Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to absolutely demystify GitHub and explore its crucial role in modern tech, and we're going to do the whole shebang in under 5 minutes. If you've ever wondered where the world's software is actually built, well, you're in the exact right place. Let's dive in. So to really wrap our heads around why GitHub even exists, I want you to picture something for a second. Imagine you're writing a book with, say, 10 of your friends. Everyone's editing different chapters at the exact same time. How on earth do you combine everyone's work without creating total chaos? You'd constantly need to know who changed what, when did they change it, what if someone accidentally deletes an entire chapter? Like, can you undo those mistakes? Well, that chaos, that's exactly the headache GitHub was built to solve. But instead of just writing books, it's used for building software, designing websites, developing AI projects, and, increasingly, collaborating on almost every kind of digital work you can possibly imagine. At its core, GitHub is the world's most popular platform for storing, managing, and collaborating on code. You can kind of think of it like Google Docs for software development, but with some serious superpowers. Because instead of just hitting save and overwriting your old file, GitHub acts as this incredibly secure vault that keeps the entire history of a project perfectly intact. Every single little change is meticulously recorded. I mean, you always know exactly who made an edit, exactly when they made it, and what specific lines were tweaked. And if something goes catastrophically wrong, no worries, you can instantly restore an older version. Essentially allows massive teams to build really complex systems together without ever stepping on each other's toes or overwriting someone's hard work. All right, let's move on to Section 1, Git versus GitHub. Beginners mix these two up all the time, which is totally fair. But this analogy makes it super simple. Think of Git as the engine. It's the underlying version control system, kind of like Microsoft Word's track changes feature running right there locally on your laptop. GitHub, on the other hand, is the cloud platform built all around that engine. It's the Google Drive where your team actually stores, shares, and reviews those documents together. Breaking it down side by side really locks this concept in. Git is a tool doing the actual tracking, and it usually runs locally on your own computer for version control. GitHub is the online network where you share those projects for global collaboration. So simply put, Git does the tracking, and GitHub makes the teamwork possible. Moving right along to Section 2, how GitHub actually works. To get a feel for the workflow, imagine you're a contractor building a house. You have a master blueprint, which in GitHub terms we call the main branch. Because it's so important, it's carefully protected. Instead of drawing directly on it and risking ruining the whole thing, a builder makes a safe copy for themselves, a branch. When they finish their updates, they submit what's called a pull request. That's essentially them asking, hey, can we merge my changes back into the main blueprint? The rest of the team then steps in for a code review. This step-by-step review process is exactly how modern development teams maintain such high quality. It forces teammates to double-check each other's work, catching bugs way before they become massive, expensive problems for the end user. And if it all looks great, they merge it. Which brings us to Section 3, GitHub in the AI era. So why does this platform matter on such a massive global scale? Well, because GitHub is literally the foundation where the world's software is built. Tech giants, we're talking Microsoft, Google, Meta, OpenAI, they rely on it every single day. Crucially, this is where open source software lives, meaning anyone on Earth can suggest improvements or contribute. In fact, the very AI frameworks driving today's technological revolution, they're being developed completely openly, right here. But it honestly goes even further than that. GitHub has evolved into the ultimate workspace for human and AI collaboration. With advanced AI coding assistants, like GitHub Copilot built right in, developers are essentially co-writing software with AI. They're generating code and fixing bugs faster than anyone thought humanly possible just a few short years ago. And here's a really fascinating shift happening right now. GitHub isn't just an exclusive club for professional programmers anymore. Today, people are using it to manage complex AI prompt workflows, host their websites, write documentation, and coordinate global research. It has completely transformed into a collaborative hub for pretty much any complex digital project. So, to tie this all together, if you take away just one single thing from this explainer today, let it be this rule of thumb. Git remembers every single change you make. GitHub helps everyone work together on those changes. It is quite literally where software lives, evolves, and ultimately improves. GitHub has just undoubtedly become one of the most important platforms in modern tech, empowering us to build things we literally couldn't create on our own. So I'll leave you with this question. Whether you're building a simple mobile app, writing documentation, or creating the next breakthrough AI project, how will you use GitHub to build the future?